The Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert in the world. It is a place full of wonder, mystery, and beauty, stretching across North Africa. The Sahara covers an area as large as the United States of or China. It is one of the most famous deserts in the world because of its size, extreme climate, and unique landscape. You are watching Globe Trek Vibes. I am Noon. We are the Sahara Desert. Sahara Desert is in North Africa. It is spread across 11 countries: Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, Sudan, Tunisia, Western Sahara. The desert stretches from the Atlantic Ocean in the west to the Red Sea in the east. It is it also reaches from the Mediterranean Sea in the north to the Sahel region in the south. This vast desert is around 9.2 million square kilometers, making it the largest hot desert on earth. The Sahara Desert is famous for its hot and dry climate. It is one of the hottest places in the world. Temperature in the summer can reach up to 50 degrees centigrade during the day. However, the nights can be very cold, sometimes dropping below 0 degrees centigrade. The desert doesn't get much rain. In some areas, it might not rain for years. On average, the Sahara gets less than 3 inches of rain each year. Because of this, the desert is very dry and plants and animals must adapt to survive in such harsh conditions. Its landscape is not just endless sand, even though many people think that only about 25% of the desert is covered in the sand dunes. The rest of the desert includes rocky plateaus, large flat areas of rock, gravel plains, areas covered in small stones, mountains and volcanoes, oases, small areas with water and plants. The tallest mountain in the Sahara is Emikosi, a volcano in Chad, which stands 3,415 meters high. The largest sand dunes can rise over 180 meters tall. That it is taller than many skyscrapers. Even though the Sahara is very dry and hot, many animals live there. These animals have adapted to survive in the extreme environment. Some animals are nocturnal, meaning they come out at night when it is cooler. Here are some animals you might find in the Sahara. Fennec fox, a small fox with big ears that help it stay cool. Dromedary camel, a one-humped camel that can survive without water for weeks. Adex antelope, a rare animal that gets most of its water from the plants it eats. Desert hedgehog, a tiny creature that curls into a ball when it feels threatened. Scary beetle, a beetle that rolls balls of dung across the desert. There are also snakes, lizards, scorpions, and many kinds of birds. These animals have found clever way to stay cool and get water in the desert. Plants in the Sahara have to survive with very little water. They often have deep roots to reach underground water or small leaves to reduce water loss. Some plants only grow after it rains and they bloom quickly before the water dries up again. Common plants in the Sahara Desert include date palm, tall trees that grow near oases and produce sweet dates, cactus plants, spiky plants that store water inside their stems, acacia trees with small leaves and strong roots, desert grasses, small plants that grow in patches after rainfall. Even in the harsh desert, life finds a way to survive. People have lived in the Sahara for thousands of years. Many people are nomads, meaning they move from one place to another place with their animals looking for food, food and water. They often live in tents and travel with camels across the desert. One famous group of people who live in the Sahara Desert are the Tuareg. They are sometimes called the blue people because they wear blue clothes that stain their skin. The Tuareg are skilled desert travelers using camels to carry goods across the desert in caravans. There are also border tribes as well as people living in towns and cities near the edges of the desert. In some places, people grow crops like dates, wheat, and barley near oases. The Sahara Desert wasn't always a desert. Thousands of years ago, it was a green and fertile land with rivers, lakes, and many animals. People lived there hunting animals and growing crops. Ancient rock art found in the desert shows pictures of giraffes, elephants, and even boats. One of the most famous ancient civilizations near the Sahara was ancient Egypt, which grew along with the Nile River. The pyramid temples and statues they built still stand today, showing their incredible knowledge and skills. The Sahara also played an important role in trade. People crossed the desert in large caravans, trading goods like gold, salt, spices, and cloth between Africa and the Middle East. Today, the Sahara Desert is still an important place. There are oil and gas fields, solar farms, and mines for valuable minerals. People also visit the Sahara as tourists, wanting to see the giant sand dunes, ride camels, and experience the beauty of the desert. However, life in the Sahara is still very challenging. Climate change is making the desert even hotter. The desertification, the process of land turning into desert, is spreading. People living in and around the Sahara must work hard to protect their land and resources. The Great Sahara Desert is one of the most unique and fascinating places on earth. It is a land of extreme heat and dryness, but also incredible beauty and life. For towering sand dunes with ancient mountains to rare animals and ancient cultures, the Sahara is full of surprises. It reminds us of the power of nature and the strength of life. Even in the hardest environment, living things and can survive and thrive. The Sahara is not just a sea of sand, it is a living, breathing world with a rich history and a bright future. Would you like to explore the Sahara someday? Imagine riding a camel across golden dunes, sleeping under a sky full of stars, and discovering the secrets of one of the world's most extraordinary places.